What's up YouTube? It's Josh Reese back at it again with another video. I am currently a first year optometry student at the Arizona College of Optometry at Midwestern University here in Glendale, Arizona. And I'm going to be breaking down for you today what's in my backpack. So let's go. So I've seen a lot of videos like this for med students, but optometry students is a little bit different. So let's go ahead and break it down. First things first, we got my backpack. As you can see here, super fancy. One of those super nice OGO backpacks. No, just kidding. It's actually, I think it's called Mancro. Yeah, right there, you can kind of see it. It's super cheap. I think it was $35 on Amazon. I'll go ahead and put a link in the description so you can check it out. But honestly, it's lasted me my entire undergrad experience and into optometry school, and I don't see it breaking down anytime soon. It's honestly as heavy as my backpack needed to be. It's always been there for me. Super reliable. I got a lot to say about it. The only thing is you can notice a few tears in there from me setting it down a little too hard and not having a proper laptop case. But other than that, it's torn a little bit, but it's not going anywhere. It's not gonna break anytime soon. So that's the backpack. And let's go ahead and open up some pockets. First, I'll have to reach in here and get the most important thing that I get to carry to school every day, and that's Kiwi. Just kidding, I don't get to take her to school every day, but I would love to. She gets to sit here and wait for me to get back from lunch so I can take her on a walk. But other than that, we'll go ahead and open this first pocket here right on the side and pull out my handy dandy headphones. So a lot of people carry around AirPods or some crazy noise canceling headphones, but honestly, I hate spending money, and I really like to be the biggest cheapskate I can be. I'm already paying so much for optometry school. So these are actually Delta Airlines' finest free headphones that they give you. So I'll put a link down below in the description so you can get some. I don't think they actually exist, so just kidding about that. But this is what I use to study, actually. If I ever need to play anything and I'm on campus and I can't just play it out loud, I'll go ahead and pop these bad boys in. And they work just fine. They're not super fancy. Sometimes they're a little not optimal. Sometimes I'd like something a little bit nicer, but honestly they do 100% of the job that I need them to do. And if all else fails, I just use my wife's AirPods. And nothing else in that pocket. So go ahead and zip that bad boy back up and go into the next pocket. This next pocket is where I keep my calculator. So we actually aren't able to use graphing calculators on exams here, but the testing center provides it. But here I have my graphing calculator that I've had all the way from high school, TI-84 Silver Edition, and it gets me through every math problem I ever need to do. It's not super math intensive here, but there is in optics a lot of math that you have to do, and you always need your calculator out next to you. This has been through me through the worst of times and the best of times. It is actually my sister's calculator from when she went through high school, and I have it with me today. And it's kind of hand-me-down. I think at the time that they bought it, it was a few $100s, and now, you know, they're not that much. I'll put a link down below in the description so you can check out this one. I don't think it's like $200-300 anymore. I could be wrong though. But yeah, so there's my calculator that gets me through the day. And then we got in here my laptop charger. I'm really bad at making sure things aren't tangled, but I'm usually pretty good at using tangled things. So it'll still be a little bit tangled as I use it, but it'll work, and I'll be close enough to it that it doesn't need to go a long way. So here's my laptop charger, and let's actually go ahead and take a look at my laptop. Let me open the other pocket and make sure we got this one empty. Yep, nice and empty. This next one's the big bad pocket, and we got my laptop. So it's a Lenovo ThinkPad, 2019. Not sure how long it is. I'm not super into nice expensive laptops. This one wasn't the cheapest, but it's still very good, and it gets me through everything I need to. So I actually, I liked having really cheap ones. I think I had a 2013 ThinkPad when I started undergrad, and right as COVID hit, that broke, and I needed a laptop for school. So I ended up using my wife's old MacBook, and that broke about a month later too. So I ended up saying, I don't want any more laptops breaking, so I'll get me a nice one. I know it's not as nice as some people like to have, but it has kind of the touchpad to log you in. It has touch screen as well. You can't see it because the brightness is kind of down. But this is kind of where I do all my homework, all the Canvas assignments, all the Portal assignments that are on here. I can use it all. I don't use my laptop for taking notes. I know some people do. I tried for a few days to use OneNote, Microsoft OneNote, to take them. And honestly, it was really good because you can download slides right onto there and take notes. But I'm really not a type notes kind of guy. I like to write things out, which a lot of people do. That's why most people do iPads. But there are a few people that do use laptop. The main thing I use to study on here is Anki. I'm sure you've heard of it, the card decks. And the best part is you can share it with people. So you kind of take turns with your classmates to make Anki decks for different classes. But the one heads up I have for Anki is that not every class needs this rote kind of memorization stuff. So Anki's been super good for that. All right, the last few things is what I do actually use to take notes. So let's go ahead and pull all the pens that I have out. Carry 2 pens around with me at all times and 1 pencil. I don't know why I carry the pencil. I usually just use the pens to take my notes. Both of these I got for free at a student fair. I have this syringe pencil, or a syringe pen. It's great. Looks like a syringe, although this one doesn't write as well as this free pen I got. Great. These kind of pens are the ones I love because if you lose them, you can always just go to like a job fair or a club fair and get another one, and they're really good. Okay, so what I use is I like to use paper notes. So I have these 2 binders for this quarter, and they have an all-year use guarantee, but I'm not sure if that'll last because I'm already about halfway through it all. And I like these ones because each binder is split into 3 sections. So you can find the divider and you can keep your classes divided like that. I love to use just physical paper because I feel like it helps me keep a map in my head more of all the information and kind of keep the pages and the information together better. Quick note, I realized I said binders. These are actually spiral notebooks. So I like to keep this map in my head better. Helps me, if it comes from me, I know that I can keep it together better in my head. Studies show that when you write things down more, you're able to remember it better. So that's why a lot of people like to write either with paper or iPads. Almost every single person in my class uses iPads to take notes. Don't believe me? I'll go ahead and sneak a little video so you can see.
So we're going to see an inflammatory event. So C3A, C5A is going to do the same thing.
Everyone uses iPads, and almost the same type of iPads. That's good because you're able to download the PowerPoints and write exactly what on the PowerPoints that the study material is from. But I love paper because it comes from my head and I can keep it rather than the information being on the slides not coming from me. This is all from my brain. So I like to be present in lecture and hear, and also be present in lecture, see, present in lecture, and write. So I have a few different senses to get my brain going and remember all this ton of information. So I have 2 notebooks that I write for each class, and I'm already halfway done with this one. So other than that, that is my entire backpack. Now, the things that I use every day besides that at school is I have masks that I bring to school. I have this Midwestern one that I use some of the time, but I like more this cloth one that's really washable that kind of matches with my wife. We got them at Old Navy, so this one's a great one. My keys to get into class and my apartment, wallet, and my little Midwestern badge. I have one of these things, and I scan this to get into every building. And other than that, I carry my water bottle with me to keep me hydrated. As you can see, it's a purple Hydro Flask. You might not know this, but purple is my favorite color. So I got some stickers that are custom made of kiwi and of other things from the Pacific Northwest, things like that. Yeah, My wife actually made these stickers. She's really good at things like that. DM me if you're interested. All right, so that's the backpack of an optometry student. If you watched this far, go ahead and comment down below and hit the like button so this video can be pushed out to more people like you. And we'll see you next time.